My apologies. Apparently my broadcast decided it was time to end itself. So, is the amended version.
Here's the thing. You're right on top of
I
the
don't like
weapons
this
cache.
at
Once
all.
you kick in the door, you're on your own until I can get back up in there. So watch your back, because it's gonna get hot in there.
Yeah, I don't remember if this is the one. I'm just trying to remember which one this one is at this point. Okay, this is the defense one where I have to go and do all this crap. Okay. Need to eat that guy up ASAP so I can turn around and take out these guys. I didn't even aim, I was just like, I'm just gonna drag it across. I'll get him. This guy coming up behind me, I think. Not anytime soon. Is this guy gonna be it? Yeah, I guess so. Okay. Is this where I normally... This is where I normally defend. That worked out nicely. Alright. I have not done this one on hard mode at all, so... This will certainly be interesting. I'm not sure about my ammunition. I think I'm good on ammo. Concerned that stuff is going to come up behind me this time, though. I don't like having all that weird red that I don't know anything about.
Got some good news. I've got backup moving on your position. They're past the first turret and moving fast.
If you want to get close to me and get obliterated, that's up to you. If that is your prerogative, I am not here to stop you. There we go. At least I saw the shadows of the guys downstairs. I'm like, come on, I need to kill this sniper pretty quick. Alright, recover. Oh shoot. Don't need those on me.
Roger that. Your reinforcements just crossed the midpoint.
Where? Oh, window. Good. Lower floor down there. Grenadier of sorts. Down. And down. So I've got another sniper to deal with, a guy downstairs. Huh? Oh. I got distracted by my own deployment thing exploding. That guy's down. It's easy enough.
Backup's almost at your position.
I know that Sergeant King is going to be a concern, and that sniper's going to be a concern. New guy, new guy. Just keep it trained. There we go. Another new guy. Drop it. This guy's going to be a rusher too. Alright. Let that guy. Elite. And another one. That's also an elite. There. Use my signature skill finally. Man, there's just a lot of stuff that's going to start shooting right off the bat. Can't do too much without getting shot at. Damn. a sniper move down, which is nice. To take you out. There we go. I don't have to worry about that marksmanship damage coming in. That elites down. That's gonna leave that guy. I don't know what he's doing. He's trying to be wily is what it looks like. And down he goes. Alright. I'm gonna take out this Mr. King guy. Let's throw another one in there. Start wailing on it. Let's go ahead and take that turret down. Go back to work on him. He's over there somewhere, so I'll just stick it kind of close to him. There we go. Game, right? Yep. 15 Phoenix credits, and then one of all the materials, and a mask that I don't need. I need a chest piece. See what he drops. He dropped 2 Phoenix coins. Oh, chest right there. And then a black market AK-74. I love the black market AK-74 though. That's just such a great weapon. And restock. Oh, well, one thing I did forget to mention that I would like for everybody to check out is I do custom controller work, and I have a couple of things that I'm working on now that I'm going to be doing a video on and showing off, and also some of the stuff that I've sold, which are mostly basics. You know, they're just housing redone, controllers, and controllers that have just different buttons and aluminum thumbsticks, which I'm a huge advocate of aluminum thumbsticks. I think they're just ridiculously better. Why is that even there? Being able to take and replace your worn out rubber ones with, or eventually worn out rubber ones, you know, that eventuality that's going to happen. Taking those and putting aluminum ones in it to where they will never actually wear out on you. Excuse me. My voice is still a little weird. But making it so that they're not going to wear out, and then as well as just random assault gunfight going on. I'm just going to go this way. And you can also get ones that are lower than stock, so you kind of have a little more response to them. It makes a bit of a difference. Are they really coming after me? I don't even want to be a part of this. So I ran. I just don't feel like killing them. It's really more of a bother for me to do it than not do it. Can I fast travel, or is it going to tell me I can't because there's people? The base. Cannot fast travel during combat. Why is there even an arms deal here? Oh, I never did it. The last encounter in this area I didn't do, too. I mean, I could do it, but I don't really care about doing it. I'm not sure why there's so many side missions left over. And I'm also curious to know what you get if you complete the side missions for this place and this place, because as you do the side missions, then you get that special thing for doing all of them. So anywho, my point that I was getting across was that I have some really, really, really neat controllers that I'm going to be working on, and so I would like to be able to showcase those and kind of get those out there and be seen and let people check some of that stuff out, because it's really cool when you can take a controller and you just have it as your own, and it's really neat in situations where you share a PlayStation and things like that, because you know, having your own controller and it be something that's unique to you, it's just nice. You know, it's like when you have something that says, this is mine. You know, this is what I use. This is, you know, a controller that I have, that I'm attached to in some way. And it means something to me. It's a really cool thing. and not to mention, some of the options that are available in situations like that. Like, uh, for instance, high-end electronics mod. Uh, the uh, the controller. Ooh, another one. The controller I built before that was extremely popular was I did a black one with gunmetal chrome buttons and then gunmetal analogs in it. They're low rise. I mean, everybody loved that one. It just looked really slick and sleek, and it looked good. I almost stumbled over my words, and it was a great looking controller, and everybody likes it because of the fact that it's got a clean look to it, but it also has a certain uniqueness and a certain amount of go. Um, it's still elegant and simple, but it looks good, and still looks custom. So I like doing stuff like that. I like seeing people happy with what they have, and I like seeing people, you know, that are playing games with a controller they're comfortable with. And these stock cases, the only problem I have with them is the way they feel. They don't feel bad, but they feel a little like odd, I guess, to me. A little bit. I don't know. The feeling is just a little strange. And uh, doing, um, say, gloss cases, it's a very different feeling. And then, of course, the feeling is very different with chrome cases as well. They have a very different feel to them. And, there's that kind of comfort. At some point, you need to figure out what works for you and what you like, and be able to go that route. I do hope one day to be able to do that on a more open basis, to be able to just like have a business that I just kind of do on the side where I can do controllers and fabric, and be able to make them for people, custom order them, have some ready. Ooh, another fabric. And they'll be able to kind of pick out what they want and then tell me what they'd like to have, and be able to build it for them and say, hey, this is what you wanted and how you wanted it built. And you get to enjoy it, and I really firmly believe in being able to play games and enjoy games um, how you want to and with what you want to enjoy them with. So having a controller that fits that, and all the controllers come black, and the only exceptions are the ones that you pay a lot of money for that are barely different. And actually, since I'm on the subject, I'm going to rant on about this for just a second. And that is, you can buy a black controller, and it, is the most basic controller, and you have a black faceplate on it, which is the top of your controller. And you can pay more to buy one with a blue, a red, a camo, I think a white, and there's a couple of variations. But all they change is the faceplate. And that's okay. I kind of get it. It's a little bit more change the faceplate, but for a little more, we'll say $5 more, you can get different buttons from someone, or you can get a not just the same black back, but you can get a back that matches your faceplate, or if you want a different color combination and things like that. And it annoys me that they charge as much as they do for just a faceplate difference. And the other problem is that faceplate doesn't even look that good. Like, that faceplate kind of looks like it's very plain, and the color isn't very, very vibrant. It doesn't appeal very well. And I mean, if it was glossed over and it was a nice gloss kind of job to it, then I'd be very impressed. And I do praise gloss a lot when it comes to controllers. And to be entirely honest, it's because the feel of a gloss controller is very different. Once you feel a gloss controller, it's a different world. Um, it feels just smoother in your hands. It just feels more comfortable overall. It doesn't feel like you're gonna sweat all over it and break it, and you're not gonna just mess it up. And for anyone that wonders, these two weapons are here at 30 pretty much all the time. And this is the one I'm using, and then there's the shotgun. Original shotguns are based very heavily into firearms. That meticulous is crazy. Killing a target has a 23% chance to instantly refill the mag. I was hoping I could roll an AK-74 with that. That would just be, oh, most OP weapon right there. But the main thing I wanted to rant about here is my disappointment with the Star Wars controller, because I saw that and I thought, oh man, cool, they're doing a custom controller, and what they did was they just changed the button colors around a little bit, and I would be okay with that, sure, if the buttons kind of matched or had a pattern, and they don't. They're just very disjointed, and I think the controller just looks really odd and weird. And I get that odd and weird can be good, but I mean, in that situation, it just looks like it doesn't fit. It literally looks like they took a puzzle piece and just kind of cut it and stuck other puzzle pieces that they cut with it. And yeah, they'll fit, but the picture doesn't make sense. You have like ducks and a bridge and a fire hydrant all shoved together in the same little area, and it doesn't make any sense. So, that being said, I was disappointed. The one thing I did like about it, the one thing I will say I did like, was the touchpad, because it actually said Star Wars on it. And that is actually a custom piece, and I was glad to see that, because I was like, well, at least there's one piece of custom something really on this controller. Because everything that controller has otherwise, you can literally have someone that mods make easily. So that was very disappointing to see. Um, Also, uh, the the only one I really, really, really dig is the 20th anniversary edition, and I'll tell you the reason I really dig it is because I like the fact, excuse me, that the PlayStation Home button looks like the classic PlayStation button, and then with that classic gray. But what's really cool about that controller is the color of it being classic gray, because technically you could take that controller and turn it into a Rebel Alliance controller, because it's got that kind of X-Wing gray. So I thought that was kind of a neat idea. I was thinking, man, you could take that controller and put some orange buttons in it, and put the Rebel logo on it, and you could do some really cool stuff with it. And if anybody was interested in doing that, um, or buying that or whatnot, if I thought there was enough interest really generated there, I would probably go ahead and go on a limb and get the parts and build it and see how it turned out, because that just seems like something that would be really neat. And I just think it would be a really cool piece to do. And I can't get my hands on gray colored housings otherwise without painting them. And to be honest, the meticulousness of painting isn't something that interests me. I don't really like taking the time to sand everything down, get it right, prime it out, and then slowly paint it to make it right, because you need to layer it right, let it dry, and then you need to clear coat it, let it dry, and then clear coat it, let it dry to really do it right. And it's a several day process, and for people who don't paint, paint's kind of finicky too, because if it's too cold, it won't settle in right, and you need to be able to let paint cook properly. So in the wintertime, you really can't do a lot anyway unless you're in the house. They got fumes everywhere, and you can't really paint in the house very well. So, well, I guess if you have a heated garage, you're good there, but still, it's just it's something that I don't really have a huge craving to do. But I like prefabricated stuff that someone who has the molding that's already got it painted is easier than going with doing it myself with that. Um, Mostly because by the time you do materials and labor, you're well out of the ballpark of anything else. However, I think it would be cool to take stencils and draw out something and lay it in and airbrush it into it and clear coat over that. I think that would be really cool. So at some point in time, maybe I'll get interested in doing that and try that out and see. But um, the other controller that I think is interesting is the Nathan Drake controller. But again, just because of the color, I think it's kind of that steel gray, bluish look to it. So um, that's a very neat controller. So very cool. But I will get those videos up as soon as possible and let people see where I'm at on the controller situations. And the Superman one should be up in the next day or so. It'll also be posted on my other accounts, Facebook and whatnot, which, it's just for, I don't even barely use Facebook. It's just for like family and all there to show off what I do. And then, of course, YouTube for the same real purpose, just to kind of get it out there so people can see. And then, hopefully at some point, I can get my collection built back up and start selling out a few more. So I'll post everything that I do though, so that if anyone is actually interested in it, then I can kind of redirect them to where they can purchase it, and you'll be able to see the finished product in video and in picture, and then for purchase. And I always sell everything very fairly, proportionate to the parts that are in it. I don't charge the same price if something has, custom controller, custom buttons, custom analogs, and all that, as opposed to if it's just a black case with some, chrome buttons in it. It's very, there's a difference there. I generally do make a rift between those so that it's proportionate and it's not just everything's one price, so my profit margin just varies simply by, that. I just try to cover my material costs, the shipping cost, and then that small amount for labor in there. And everyone's always like, "Oh, you're making a killing on it." But I mean, to be entirely honest with you, I've actually sold controllers and broken even, just because someone really wanted it, and I just think if I know the business mentality is if they really want it, that just means you jack the price up because you're going to get money out of it. But to be honest, I think if someone really wants something, if I can help them get it, then why not? Why make it harder on them to get something they really want? And usually the thing I think is if you make a good deal with someone, then they're going to come back to you and want more stuff done. They're going to tell other people about it, and it's only going to get better. And it's only going to get easier for what you're wanting to do. So I definitely think that it's important to remember that the person comes first. And now I'm completely and utterly rambling. I completely apologize for that. It is very late. I am very tired, and I'm about to go crash. So thanks for tuning in, guys, and checking this out. I don't know if anybody paid attention or not to my Phoenix credits, but there they are. Also, I guess I should probably get rid of these. So my Caduceus roll is an 8.4. I don't remember what the range is, but I don't think it's over like 8.7 or something like that. And I know I rolled a pretty decent one, and then my AK rolled at 9.3, which I know it's affected by firearms. So, I mean, you kind of have to work that out. But I think for me, where I'm at now, I think the range was like an 8.7 or so, was from what I understand where it was at. But I don't know. I could be completely making that up. This is the one I think I got with 2 mod slots. Oh man, if that had rolled electronics, I would be all over that. I'd re-roll that. Well, it's got increased kill XP though. Because I'd roll that out, but pulse duration's where it kicks you. Because if it had, so this one's got the health, protection, the ammo capacity. If it had ammo capacity in place of that for the miner, I would definitely, yeah. Or if they just rolled with smart cover, that'd be even better. Man, there's so many possibilities with that. A classic example of why if you could roll that more than one thing on a piece of armor. Just, you know. But they gotta make it so that everything's not too easy. So, I get it. I don't need that. Let's see, it rolled electronics there. Mobile cover damage, scavenging, and critical hit chance. Scavenging, for people who don't know, increases the drops so that it works like Magic Find and Diablo did. That's a piece of crap mod. Commando holster. That's my holster. I like it quite a bit. I'm a very big fan of it. But my favorite thing is my gloves. I love my gloves. They give good firearms. They give assault rifle, critical hit, damage to elite, support station duration, which actually I'm going to re-roll because I rolled it out of like ballistic shield, whatever. And I got that, and I didn't pay attention because I thought it was healing speed is what I initially went through in my head. And for those that don't know, the support station duration doesn't change. It lasts 30 seconds unless it's on the middle one, and then only lasts 24 seconds, and then you can modify it. But even where I'm at, it only lasts like 27 seconds, I think, or 26 something, 26.5, and yeah, I don't care enough. I can cool it down faster and worry about it, so I'd rather have the healing speed increase over the duration. And if I don't get that, I'll run smart cover, resilience or something because of the speed at which it comes back and recharges. So yeah, there's that. So let's just go to say here and just blow all these up. So I ended up with a few things today that are okay. Enough fabric to roll into, and enough weapon parts to roll into high-end ones. So that's good. So there we are. And that's that. So thanks guys for checking the video out. I hope to see you guys in the videos that are coming up. Like I said, the 100 episode is still in the making. It's still planned out, or in the planning stage here. Lost communication with people for a little while being sick, so I've got to get everybody tied back together and figure out exactly where we're going to do this and how we're going to do this. I'm definitely leaning towards Star Wars, but I do not have the season pass, so I can't highlight the new stuff. And to be honest, I'm not sure if I'm going to get the season pass, so I'm not sure about that. But it may be GTA, and it could be Evolve. But GTA is probably going to be where we're going to end up, if not Star Wars. So we'll see. So thanks guys for checking this out. I appreciate every view, every comment, every like. If you do like it, please press the like button and help support keeping everything going forward. So if you ever want to play, let me know. I'm really bad about finding people and playing, so except I'm very solo oriented, but I would like to get some people together and get a crew for challenge mode at some point, and that'd be great to be able to do that. So thanks guys for checking it out and hanging out, and I will see you in the next video. Alright guys, bye.